Am I weird for centering my life around women while not wanting to have any interaction with males? I'm posting here since my post was removed from the Ask Feminist subreddit. But I saw a recent post in that subreddit about a woman who actively didn't want men in her life. For a variety of reasons. We all generally know that the basics are misogyny, sexism and lesbophobia. Personally, I see a lot of information circulating around about becoming women-centered and decentering men. Honestly, I never thought about it, but it always felt like I was already instinctively living this way. I just didn't have the vocabulary. However, I still am dismantling the artificial, inorganic, synthetic patriarchal paradigms I was racied into every day as I realign myself with the true nature of my essence as a woman, female lesbian. But the main thing is that I am a lesbian, so therefore having men in my life is almost irrelevant. Unless I am benefiting to some extent. Otherwise, why would I need them? Unlike hetero-bi women, they have a sexual and/or romantic motivation towards men, so including them in their lives does benefit them, so that makes sense. It's not like I am having kids either. But I can see the importance in having positive male role models for those who do want children. Yet again, still not having kids since I am an anti-natalist too. On an individual level, one feel this world is so hellish that I would not want to bring life here to suffer like I do. Maybe I am a weird woman for not wanting to be around or socialize with men unless I have to, or am benefiting from it in some way, such as career, business, home maintenance, repair, or hospitality. But as I said in a previous paragraph, as a lesbian, interacting with men doesn't meet or fulfill my sexual, romantic, emotional, or platonic needs. The fact of the matter is that women are women and we are not the same as men. So there are lived experiences that women have that males have no equivalent. It's not just not the same. Sure, I can be friends with men, but even when I have been friends with a guy, the first always felt like something was missing, that something was incomplete. I think the missing piece that helped me come full circle is that I love women in all ways. Platonically, romantically, spiritually, psychically, emotionally, mentally, etc. I really am a woman's woman, lol. Ha ha ha. Edit: if a man used the word females in his Reddit post, I don't think as many users would be. They're critiquing him the way we judge women's words and actions. Double standards? As an FYI, the top mod on that sub, and other feminist subs, is an MRA who used to mod the Creepshots sub. Face vomiting. I don't bother attempting to have friendships with men anymore. It always ended up with me getting hit on or made to feel uncomfortable in some way. I don't think this means that I hate men at all. I have men in my family that are amazing people. I don't think it's weird or wrong to be wary of men and or not want to interact with them, unless you are being rude or discriminatory. Honestly, I don't understand the pressure, and at this point I don't care. I don't want to interact on Reddit with South Asian men. And people send me hate DMs and call me racist while totally ignoring my trauma. I'm myself South Asian. At this point, I just say yes, okay. I'm racist now, get lost. You're not alone, and honestly, I wish I had decentered them long ago. The older I get, the less I'm able to put up with bullshit. Our society has become okay with an alarming level of acceptance of bullshit behavior from men on so many levels, ergo I have less tolerance for men in my life. I feel you, sis. Nope. That's exactly where I am. I am also lesbian. And so male sexual attention has no appeal to me. And makes me gag inside. That, along with the misogyny, entitlement, harassment, has made me minimize my exposure to people who behave that way. And 95% of the time it's men of a certain ethnicity and age. Think of it this way: the attention you get from men is usually self-serving and fake. and usually for the purpose of appropriating your body. So there's nothing wrong with you serving your own interest by excluding them from your life, since that holds no appeal to you. You're absolutely wrong about your edit. Men get dragged all the time on Reddit for referring to women as females. Of course not. You can and should surround yourself with people that make you feel complete. It can be a wonderful thing to be friends with people who don't share our own life experiences, such as gender roles. But you are under no obligation to have a diverse social circle. If you don't want one, you should do what makes you happy. TBH, the only thing even slightly weird about this is your use of women and males in the title. Lol. 40-year-old lesbian. No men in my life outside of work associates and family members. I don't have men as friends. I center everything around women. What books I read, what music I listen to, what movies I gravitate towards, what stories I write, and I am perfectly content and happy with my life. I don't need men. I don't want men. I don't engage with men unless I have to. I keep my interactions civil. Of course, I'm a supervisor with a team of half men and half women, so naturally I be professional. But in my personal life, nope. And I love it. Not weird in the slightest. There are many women who do the same. This is perfectly normal. Look up women's lands near you if you want to go for the full experience. Nope. I also live this way. I just don't interact with men at all anymore. Things are better. They've made my life absolutely miserable for a variety of ways in the past, and I'm just done. I have decentered males. I'm not a lesbian, but life is peaceful without their manipulation. Low emotional IQ, lying, infidelity, misogyny, and sexual demands. Women and males? I don't know if you caught that. This is where I have come to also. Men. Can't live with them. Can't live without. Actually, I can totally live without them and be perfectly happy. You do you, girl. No need to justify your choices to anyone else. Sounds logical to me. Shall we look at the violence stats? I feel you. I rarely interact with men and it just makes me feel more relaxed. I also want to have no relationships or interactions with men. Even though I am heterosexual. Of course, it is impossible to go through life without interacting with men or having some form of relationship with them because of proximity, work, or family. My strategy is to use the gray rock approach to all men that I encounter, while at the same time allowing myself to be very friendly and bubbly with women. It's highly effective and rewarding. Not weird at all. Weird in the sense of being unusual. Yes. That doesn't mean it's unreasonable. Totally reasonable. Completely understandable. Not weird. Men and women don't need each other. Trans woman here. Men have always made me feel unsafe, especially behind closed doors in men's spaces. I don't think not having them centered in your life is more than okay, as so many just have some deep issues they need to work out. Yes, there are good men out there, but the number is far too few for my comfort. I don't think you should be forced to interact with people you don't want to interact with. However, I am worried about your reasons for doing so. From what you've said, men are essentially useless to you because you don't want to date or FCK them. This is something an incel would say about women. Take care of what you're consuming. You're treading dangerous territory, emo. Does this also include transgender men? Reading this post, I was like, okay, you do whatever you need to do, and I wish you all the best. Out of curiosity, I had a read of your other posts, and now I think you desperately need therapy. I also have very little men in my personal life, and my social circles are overwhelmingly female. I'm also a lesbian. It's great, thumbs up. Makes sense.